Good morning, this is Sarah, your unhealthy carnivore in the UK. I have a disease of the throat and nose variety. I was going to call this video off today because I sound so ridiculous. But it's day 90, so how can I do that? I have to do my video today. I have to do it. This is proof that even carnivores can get sick. And I'm not happy because I go around saying to people, when I'm carnivore, I don't really get very sick. But as you can see, that's what's happening. So I do apologise. But I'm going to keep doing this because I have to, because it's day 90. And despite the stupid noise in my throat, I'm still so excited to be on day 90. So I'm going to have to do my thing, even though it pains me to do it, and I would have quite happily not done a video today. Let's do it. There's my party hat. Yeah. Happy 90 days carniversary to Sarah, to me. Happy 90 days carniversary to Sarah, to me. Happy 90 days carniversary to Sarah, who is doing really well but doesn't feel like it today, to me. Happy Sarah 90 days carniversary to Sarah, to me. Okay, that's that done. I'm really not in the mood to do that, but everyone's waiting for my 90-day update, and so I had to do it. And also, if I don't do it, you'll think I've quit. Never going to happen, guys. Not going to happen. I have some theories as to why I'm feeling like this. Some of them are non-controversial, some of them are controversial. So I'll keep my opinions to myself. If you want to know what my opinion really is, email me. Go to my description on my channel and there's an email there. Email me and I'll tell you what I think why the reason I'm sick. But I'm not going to mention it here because I don't like to talk too much about controversial issues. I just like to talk about how many days I've done and how I'm doing. This is going to go so well, right? Okay, and now, if you've managed to get 2.5 minutes in, you're going to say, did Sarah lose any weight on the carnivore diet in 90 days? No, not really. Not really. I lost some inflammation weight. Let's pull up my little screenshot that I took this morning. As you can see, I lost 6 pounds in my first week, just going keto and giving up dairy. Then I had an 8-week stall with no bathroom. I'm only talking about the bathroom scales, okay? I don't know what restructuring happened inside. I'm just talking about the bathroom scale. That's it. Because that is a language and a currency that people understand. So let's just talk in terms of what did the bathroom scale think of my progress. This is what it thought. I lost in the first week. I lost 1 inch off my waist in that first week. I have lost no further inches. Really, no inches lost in 80 days on my waist. I think I may have got slightly smaller thighs. Strange. But around my midsection waist, I'm exactly the same waist measurement I was 80 days ago on my narrowest part. Okay? So for those that say ditch the bathroom scales, keep the tape measure, I'd say ditch that as well, if I were you. And then where we see the little drop in that chart is where I gave up those burgers. I was buying some frozen burgers from a well-known UK supermarket, and they changed their recipe. And I suddenly checked the ingredients one day. Should have been checking it sooner, but I kept my eye off the ball there. Turns out they had pea protein and pea starch in there. Took them out of my diet, lost 4 pounds that week. And now we're back to static. So we're back to now static. So in my opinion, there isn't really any fat loss to be talked about. So for the people that only talk in terms of bathroom scales, I've had a 10 pound loss in 90 days. Though our human body is such an incredible piece of equipment, we don't know what's going on inside. So I wish I didn't have this stupid voice. Day 90 of strict carnivore, and you're going to say, I don't think she's actually doing it because she shouldn't be sick. So later on, I am going to take my ketone reading on a video straight, and you'll hear my voice. I'll do it on video. I will do it on camera with this same silly voice, so you can see that I haven't faked it in any way. I'll do my ketone reading later. So I'd like to readdress this person that last year tried to, she really upset me for a couple of weeks. This person who said, I think you know what I'm going to say. The person that said, "You're a liar. You are a liar." The actual words used were very close to this. Sarah, if you had been eating just meat for 3 months, the weight would have absolutely literally fallen off you. You would have just lost a ton of weight. Not a little bit. Stop lying to us. Stop lying to yourself. And I am going to see a pig. This bit she actually said. I am going to see a pig flying through the sky before you ever get into a bikini. Stop lying to us. Okay. So I've now done a 3-month stretch, 90 days. I wish I'd kind of made a note of that person. I didn't. I just hid their comment from the channel, cried for a few days, nearly cancelled my channel, got some support from my carnivore family, and then carried on. But it really hit a nerve because I already felt like a complete and utter total failure. And so when someone actually tells you you're a complete and utter failure and a liar, it really hurts. It really cuts deep. I'm going to take my ketone reading later so you can see I'm not lying. I am in ketosis. I wish I knew the name of that person that said that I was a liar, because I'd like to know, in her opinion, it was a female, I'd like to know, in her opinion, how much she would expect someone doing strict. For clarity, I did have black tea in the beginning of the journey, and then I have been having a organic, tannin-free, caffeine-free, taste-free, high misery, non-fermented rooibos tea in the morning when I wake up. If you think that's stopped me losing any weight, please say. Open to feedback. Always open to feedback, as long as it's fair and not just telling me I'm a complete failure or a waste of space. I'd like to go back to that person and say to them, in your opinion, how much weight do you think, just talking about the bathroom scales here, just the bathroom scales. I'm not talking about restructuring going on. I'm not talking about having a full DEXA scan and being told how much muscle has gone and how much fat's gone, or weight or muscles gained or whatever. You know what I mean? Just the bathroom scales. Just that little metal object in the bathroom. What is the number you would expect? Tell me now. Put it in the comments what number you would expect. Now, I know that many of you are going to say, you're a female, you've done lots of yo-yo dieting, you're going to have some hormonal damage, it will come off, but you're going to have to wait. But there will be at least one person who's come onto this video and is thinking, gosh, I think she's a liar. I'm a female who weighed roughly just over 200 pounds. I'm 5'5". In my first 90 days, I lost 40 pounds. She's not doing something right. And now she's got a detox going on in her body. Something's not right there, guys. She's lying. I can tell you with absolute clarity, absolute truth. In the last 90 days, right? Animal products for my food only, salt. For my drink, I started off with black tea, moved on to caffeine-free, tannin-free, virtually oxalate-free, green, rooibos, unfermented tea that doesn't taste of anything. That's my 90 days in a nutshell. One incidence of seed oil about 60 days ago. I gave up dairy on day 4, so I've been without dairy in its entirety for 86 days. No sugar, no sweetener at all. Not 1 gram of sweetener or sugar or refined carbs. No fruits, no vegetables, no honey. Sorry, Celadino, no fruit or honey either. Had to pause the video there for a little cough and a swear. I try not to swear too much on camera, but I swear when the camera's off. Potty mouth I am in real life. Yeah, so 90 days. Leaving my hair alone. No, I'm not, am I? Got some kind of detox going on. I think I know what it is, but I'm not saying what I think it is. Or shall I just say what I think it is? As we're over 10 minutes, I'm now going to say what I think it is. I work in a nursery, and last week, a section of the nursery children had their annual thing up the nose. And for those of you that have heard anything about the thing up the nose, they will know it's not advisable for people who are elderly or immunocompromised or suffering from cancer to hang around a child who's had the thing up the nose done for 2 weeks after they've had it done because of shedding. This video is not even going to go out now. It's going to be so shadow banned, it's unbelievable. And ever since those particular children had their procedure, they've been snot machines. I've been cleaning up said snot from the shedding from the procedure they've had. And now I'm sick. That's what I think. I'm putting it out there because I'm allowed to. I quickly looked up shedding on this particular procedure they have up their nose in October or November, under 4s. And it did actually say on the Cancer Research UK page, oh God, I wasn't going to go into this, but I'm going to say it. It did actually say on the Cancer Research UK page that if you're going through treatment, don't go hanging around with a child who's had this procedure done up their nose in the last 2 weeks because of shedding. All I'm saying. I've said it now, and now I'm moving on. That's my theory. I'm allowed it. So now I'm moving on to, back to that person. How much do you think I should have lost? I made the mistake this week, though, of watching a 90-day video on Carnivore. It was a mistake. Don't watch channels you don't know. Only stick to the ones you know. Only stick to the ones you can trust. Because I saw a channel the other day, and they put a 90-day Carnivore update, good, bad, and ugly kind of video. And of course, they're going on about how much fantastically high amount of weight they've lost. Their actual words were, ooh, can be a bit expensive doing Carnivore, but the most expensive thing is how many clothes you go through. We've both gone through several pant sizes. We had to change our pant size, and then we changed it again, and then we had to change it again. And I'm like, well, nice for some, isn't it? Just a nice little story. It's just a nice little story. I had to come out of that video very quickly and go and watch some Mitch, or go and watch some channels of people that I can trust that are not going to ram that kind of thing down my throat. The channels that are going to say, you've got healing to do, you've got a fat adaptation to achieve, your body is a completely complex machine and is doing its best. Thank you so much for the comment from Lynn Tucker Carnivore. You know, she gets it. She said, my body's healing on the inside. But it is slightly healing on the outside because, as we know, the tip of one of my skin tags went black and it came off in my hand this week. My plantar fasciitis has sorted itself out. My psoriasis remains in remission. My gastritis remains in remission. Other things, joint pain, none of it. Bloating, no sugar cravings. Good triglycerides, HDL in range. All these things are important. And so the only reason I weighed in, though, is because it's important to me, because in the future I want to help the struggling people. And I want to be able to say what happened to me. And little charts like the one I put on earlier is going to help people see, you know, this can happen to people. Not everyone loses 50 pounds in the first month. As much as they'd like to believe they're going to, they may not. This is what happened to me. This is when the weight came off. This is the events. I can go through all my videos and see when things happened and when they happened. I just paused the video again and then had a little cough and then swore again really badly. I've just been to the butcher and I got 2 pounds of the butcher. Actually, the butcher that actually prepared it was quite grumpy. I'm thinking maybe you need to eat some of this fatty beef that you've just prepared. You're a bit grumpy. The lady that served it to me was very nice, and she was happy to see that I was paying cash. So it's all good in her world, and it's all good in my world. I've got my 2 pounds of, it's in plastic, so I'm going to transfer it into a glass dish, put it in the fridge, and I'm going to have all of it later in one hit when I've finished my dry fast. I'm dry fasting today. Why? Because I want to give my body a chance to get rid of this shit that's going on. And I've just decided that in my head, the best way for my body to get rid of this shitty detox it's trying to do, for whatever the reason it's doing it for, I'll give it the best chance. I've heard so many people say that your body's in the best healing mode when you're asleep, and the reason it's happening is because you are dry fasting during that time. It's not going to be a several day thing. Later in the day, when I get properly hungry, I'm eating all of that. So today is basically a lion diet day. While I was in there, I ordered £4 for next week. This is lovely. The price point is about what I was expecting. I'm happy with the price point. 20% meat in my local supermarket is £5 a kilo. Now, you should argue really that if something's still got all the fat on, you should probably get a discount, because they normally cut it off and probably throw some of it in the bin. But they've left it on, and I'm still getting charged what I probably would have been charged for lean mince. But there's no point arguing about this with them. I will try other butchers as well, because I want to see what they think this kind of meat should cost and what it tastes like. I've been a bit ballsy because I've now ordered £4 for next week. And so even though I don't even know what it tastes like, I'm just going for it, because I'm just thinking, support your local family butcher, pay cash. That is how we beat the system, in my opinion. We beat them in terms of not tapping our little tappy cards everywhere. We're eating meat. We're supporting local businesses. That's all we can do. So I'll be eating that later. Don't know what's going on with my silly hair. Just ignore it. Just look away. And also put it on mute so you can't hear my silly voice. So at this moment now, all of you, turn your video around, put it on mute, and then you can't see my silly hair and hear my stupid voice. No swearing. No swearing. No. So that's going in the fridge in a glass dish as soon as I get it inside. I'm going to dry fast for as long as I can. Only today, though. I'm not doing it constantly. I'll let you know tomorrow what time I eventually ate that beef, and I will let you know how it went and what it tasted like. It was £11 a kilo. I didn't tell you the price, did I? It was £11 a kilo, which is fair for proper local butcher meat, because it generally does tend to be more expensive than the supermarket. They've made it specially for me to my specification. So I'm expecting to pay for that. Had to pause the video again. It's Tourette's in this car. She's got Tourette's. It's virtual Tourette's in here. You should have said here, well, what? If you're a fan of swearing, what happened in the car just then was actually quite funny, because it was a huge cough followed by a really offensive swear word and then loads of giggling. I'm going to have to go away in a minute. Oh my gosh, I sound like a smoker then. I am not a smoker. I'm just someone that's having a detox of some sort. I need to get out of working with schools altogether, don't I? I need to be a carnivore influencer, big time. That's coming in the future. So what was I talking about? Yeah. Okay, supermarket ribeye is £23 a kilo. Supermarket beef is £5 a kilo. Quite a big difference in price, as you would expect. And I said to my husband, he said, how much are you going to pay for that? And I said, well, I'm hoping it comes up somewhere halfway between the supermarket mince and the supermarket ribeye. Hopefully a little bit closer to the mince than the ribeye. And thankfully it has come in at that. It has come in at what I would have, at what I was kind of expecting to pay. It's important to me to know this, because I want to do lion diet for Christmas. And I can't justify just eating steak. So I need to find some really fatty, good quality local source beef that is a bit more expensive, than the supermarket mince, but not as expensive as ribeye. And so that's what I'm in the pursuit of doing right now. I need to get that in the fridge. So I need to go now. We're at 20 minutes. I hope you think that my 90-day video was just about as ridiculous as what I found making it. We're going to get some sun in a minute. So I'm going to go and get that. I'm going to go and hang out with my chickens in the garden, get some sun. Try not to think about the fact that I'm a little bit thirsty. Hope that my body is now loving the fact that I'm dry fasting and is now going to go to the important job of killing off these skin tags, healing my hormones, healing anything that's going wrong in my body, get rid of this crap that's going on in my throat. And I will see you tomorrow on day 91. There will be a ketone update later, and then a full video on my beef on day 91. More coughing and swearing going to happen now, so I'm going. I will see you tomorrow, guys. And thank you so much for watching. Take care. Bye.